guys, and welcome back to Mark's Shrimp Tanks. Today I thought we'd do a little bit of DIY. We're going to make our own Humic Blackwater extract, if you will, if you want to call it that, because I found that there is the benefits to having this kind of thing in your tank outweigh the bad things, basically. I personally don't like to have lots of tannins in the water for the way it looks, because I have a little bit of a vision problem, but it does help. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make some. Alright? Look at all these lovely guys here. Just chilling. And we're going to make some, and it's pretty easy. I have made some before. This is one of my first attempts. And it's pretty black stuff. This is the unfiltered stuff. And I made a lot of it at that time. The only reason, guys, I don't sell this in my shop as well is that I could make this, but I don't sell it because it can go off and it can go mouldy, right? So I'm not going to risk sending anyone a mouldy product, so I just don't bother. But it's very, very easy for you to make yourself. And all you need for this is leaves. You need some kind of container, you need some leaves. And I nearly knocked my coffee cup over. And you have alder cones, stick them in there as well. These are going to produce a lot of tannic content, right? And you want to fill your container with your leaves and your alder cones. These leaves specifically are oak leaves and Indian almond leaves. I have my own Indian almond leaf tree in my house, and this is where we're going to get our tannins from. Right? What you do with this is you put your water in, put your leaves flat down. This guys is going to take a couple of days as well. You're not going to see it over a couple of days. You're going to see it all in one go, but it's going to take me at least 3 days to make this, just to give you an idea of time frame. You need enough leaves to cover 1 or 2 inches in the bottom of your container, because we're going to boil this as well, so we need this to be flat and compressed. You're going to take your water. In my case, I have pure RO water. You can use tap water, but just make sure you use the chlorinator. So I reckon it'll be about 3 litres for me here for this. One more. Let's see. I think one more is enough. One more will be enough. Right, and what we're going to do with this, guys, is we're going to leave it to soak, right? Because leaves, when you put them in, they want to float, right? And this makes it very, very hard for us to deal with them when you want to put them in a pot to boil them, to simmer them down, because that's what we're going to end up doing. Right, so we want to push all the leaves down. And what I like to do as well is put a plate on this. Okay, so this plate fits perfectly into this bucket we're in, and this will stop your leaves from rising up. See the water's coming up? That's what we want. Right? You want your leaves to be pushed down so they're not out of the water. Not out of the water. If you get what I'm saying. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit of an angle. You can see what I'm doing here. Right. So that will be stage 1. What we'll do is we'll put this away to the side somewhere. I'll put mine under here. You can already see the water start to go a little bit yellow, and we will leave that there until tomorrow. Okay. Over here I also have ones that I use that are bought ones, or ones that have been given to me. This is one from SL Aqua called Dark Extract. This is very good. It's very refined. By refined I mean it's quite clear, but it's very dark. Some of the ones, you can see the difference. Look at my one here. This one's very dark, but it's like mud. You see it? So the SL Aqua one is very, very refined. I also have the Tetra one, Turamine. This one's quite good as well. It's pretty cost effective, but the most cost effective way to do this is doing it yourself. Okay, so this is part 1. Part 2 will be instantly for you, and it will involve us boiling up this mixture here and letting it sit for another day. Okay, one moment, guys. Welcome back, guys. It is day 2. We are going to look at our tannins, and they have come out pretty nicely here. Can I get this out with one hand? Of course I can. I need something to put down the side. What can I put down the side here, guys? A knife, maybe. Screwdriver. This little plastic ruler. Is it strong enough? Is it going to be strong enough? It is really tough, actually. It wants to come. Maybe I should have done this off camera, but this is the life of being an artist on YouTube. Trials and tribulations. Alright, so we take our plate away And most of our leaves have sunk. You can see that here now. Alright, they're kind of like waterlogged. That's what we wanted. I had my hot plate. I have my hot plate over here. My voice is going a little bit. It's on full. This is one I use for camping as well. We have our big pot. And we're going to put all this lovely mass into the pot. You can already see the tannins that have come out of this already, but we're going to get more. We're going to put more on, right? So I'm going to try and transfer as much of this as I can over by hand, just so there's no splashing, because I am using one hand to do this. And you can see how dark that water is. Well, we're going to make it much, much, much darker, okay? So when you do this, make sure you get a pot that you're allowed to use. I have asked permission from the wife to use this pot. This is one we typically will use for when we do the soup diet. I've done it once or twice, the soup diet, and is the diet of nightmare. Look at that brown water. It's nightmare scenarios, because basically when you do that kind of soup diet is you don't eat anything for days, for a week, for example. And what we're going to do with this, guys, is we're going to refine it with the use of some, I don't know, what is this called, coffee filter paper. We're going to use that. We're going to filter some of it, but I want to refine this even more, right? So we're going to do this two different ways. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all the solids, all the alder cones, bits of wood, etc. that are in here will go straight in my tanks like this. I want to keep them, put them in the tanks, because, guys, when this stuff opens up, right, there is a space in the alder cone, and I've noticed specifically that the young shrimp go in and out of here quite easily, okay, but big shrimp can't. And the reason that it's good for baby shrimp is because you will have biofilm or whatever else growing inside here, bacteria, that only the baby shrimp will be able to eat, okay? So it's like a little food storage area just for baby shrimp, right? So you keep all these things. I will check my tanks as well for leaves. If I'm needing to put a leaf or two in one of these tanks or that one over there, I'll do this. But remember not to put too much in, because leaves can be a source of nitrates as well. So bear that in mind when you do this, right? Don't throw like a ton of leaves in your tanks. Alright? So what we're going to do here is get all of the big bits out like this. You could use a strainer. Be much more, be easier. Be much more easier. My wording is so bad today. My apologies for that. I'm on a soup diet and I don't think my brain is functioning as it should do. You guys that have been on the cabbage diet before will know all about this. Alright, so that's the big bits out. Let's get this to the side. You can see the yellowness on here. We're going to do this with 1 cup just to show you how to filter it like this, unrefined, right? So get your cup, your mesh. This is going to hold your coffee filter paper like so. Hopefully this will work first time. Right, and then what you're going to do is I'm going to have to put you down, maybe, or will I? Or maybe I won't. Let's just try this, see if we can do it without putting the camera down. Then we're going to pour it through the filter. Just let this do its thing. I don't want to spill it all over the place either. Let's see how this does. Just for a second. Looking good? It's good, but it's not as good as it can be, right? So we're going to refine this even more. And to do this, we're going to simmer it. We're going to simmer this down, because I have probably about 2 litres of water left in here, and I don't want 2 litres of water. I would rather have 1 litre of water that is well refined and strained like this. I think that, yeah, that filter just broke, so there's a little tip there. We can use 2 filters instead of 1. I'm quite surprised that broke. It's a good filter. So to do this, we're going to put the little heater thing back on here, all the way up. We're going to simmer this, and this might take a good hour or something, but it is worth doing. I'll get rid of half the water and it will be concentrated. Okay, then we have to do this process that we did here, we have to do that again, right? So that's going to be one momento for you guys. I'll come back when this has simmered down quite a bit. Okay, one momento guys. So this mixture has now been reduced quite a bit, as you can see here. We're just going to pour it into this little container here. It's cold, by the way. I've cooled this. It's quite cold outside. It's minus, so this has been outside sitting to cool down. Let's get rid of that. And then what we're going to do next, guys, is we're going to pour this through the coffee filters that you saw us doing before, right? So this is roughly, what guys, it was 3 litres of water to start with, now it's 400 ml. Let's pass this through this coffee paper into this container. I might do this twice, that's why I have 2 sets of coffee filter paper there. If it goes through this, that is, it should do. Come on, coffee filter paper, go through. There you go. And this stuff is dark as well. I'm surprised how much darker it went after me reducing it. Okay, so we are gonna get this to go through this, like so. And then I'm going to bottle it up as well. I'm going to show you a little bottle that I have specifically for this stuff. It might take a little while to go through this, so as always it's going to be one momento for you guys. So this is the final product. What it looks like is like a black tarry type liquid. It's much thicker than the bottle stuff that I've had before. Let's put it in this glass just so you can see just how thick it actually is. Like a really dark cup of tea, don't you think? Look at that. Tannin tea. Okay, so what I like to do with this, guys, is I like to put it in one of these little bottles. You can buy lots of these type of bottles off of eBay. I use a pipette like this to fill it up. There's other ways you can fill this up. They're easier than this, but it's just less messy, I think, if you do it like this. But it's easy to wash the bottle after without spilling loads and loads of it like this. You could try and pour it straight into a little container if you wanted to, but because these little containers are kind of small as well, you're probably going to waste a lot. That's not what we want, is it? We don't want to waste this stuff. We spent all this time making it. So let's fill this up half full. And this is our Humic and Fulvic water conditioner. Right, and this is something that you will use every time you do a water change. Every time you put new water into your tank, you want to add 1 to 2 drops per litre. Okay, 1 to 2 drops per litre of new water that you put into the tank. I'll cover this in an upcoming video. I think I'll do a new water change video for I don't know, I was going to say 2017, but it's already finished 2017 almost, so I'll do a water change video for 2018. The one that I'm currently using now, that'll make a lot more sense to you guys. Okay, so with these little bottles, this is a little dripper bottle, droplet bottle, right? You get this little lid with them. Put your lid on. And this is the cap that comes with it. You guys have probably seen this in water conditioning tests, this type of cap before. Right, but I just want to show you me putting this in the tank as well. Alright, so let's see. Just imagine we have done a little water change on this and we've taken out 10 litres. By the way, guys, this stuff you can't really overdose. Okay? So just say you've done 10 litre water change in here. You go like this. You want to add 1 to 2 drops, right? So basically, this is all you're doing. And it's so simple with this little dripper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, so that's 1 drop per litre. If you want more, let's see if we can capture it under the water. Actually going into the water. See the little brown splash there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Isn't it absolutely fantastic? This is something that all bee shrimp keepers should use. You should either have a bought one or a DIY version like this. This is like liquid gold to us. This will help you with problems with molting, especially because what actually happens with shrimp in the wild is their water has a lot of humic content in it, and it helps them absorb minerals and vitamins through their shell before they molt. Okay, so that's why this is important. That's why if you have molting issues and then you use this, often the molting issues will go away. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Look out for this water change video 2018, even if I call it that. Okay, happy shrimp game, guys. Catch you in the next one.